I'm Denise from Extreme Action Park, and you're watching the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download. This is the East Daily Download. This is the East Daily Download. That's right. This is the East Daily Download.
So let's get started.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. Today, the adventure is headquartered here in Studio E, the home base of the East Daily Download. We were planning to be out of the building, but there were some weather issues that kind of prevented that. So we thought what we would do is bring the tour or the outside inside to you. And what we're gonna do today, and primarily throughout the rest of the week, is take you on location to cities across Eastern North Carolina. How about that? We're gonna bring the outside inside. Yeah, I think that sounds like a plan. And today we're gonna start with Washington, North Carolina. Beautiful shot of the waterfront here with some boats. We're gonna get into Washington, talk a little bit about Washington. We'd planned to be there, but again, due to some weather issues, unfortunately that is not the case. So, but we're gonna bring the next best thing. Us not being there, us being here, but you're gonna be able to go there and see all the great stuff in Washington because it's a great town. So why don't we do this? Why don't we check this story out, come back here in a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit more about Washington, okay?
Anytime that we can bring on passionate people that want to serve kids in our community, all for it.
That passion being sought out now more than ever as the need for foster parents is on the rise. Easter Seals UCP is a nonprofit providing a variety of services, one of which is foster care. Maya Mercer is the program manager for the Greenville branch. She says the work being done is to help these kids during tough times.
Foster care is a temporary arrangement that gives a child or teen a safe place to live when their parents or primary caregivers are going through a crisis situation.
She notes that when kids enter the system, the ultimate goal is to reunite them with their loved ones.
A lot of these children have been through very traumatic situations, some very horrific situations. And so, it is our goal to recruit, train, work with our families to provide that nurture and that support.
Kristen Windsor is a licensing coordinator for the Greenville branch of Easter Seals UCP. She notes that it's a big commitment to become a foster parent because there truly is no time limit on how long the child or teen will need.
It could be a very short time, a few weeks. It could be a longer time, several months to a year or more. It all depends on what the legal guardian has in store as far as if reunification is happening or whatever that child's plan may be.
Both saying that if it weren't for these foster parents stepping up to the plate, they don't know how they would be able to carry out their services.
Foster parents are the very foundation of all of our services. They are the ones that are living with the children, that are providing a safe and stable environment for the children. So we have a crucial need to have foster parents.
WNCT-9 mobile app just got a sweet makeover. The all-new look gets you the content you want faster than ever before. Just update your existing WNCT-9 in your side app to get the latest version, or download the app here.
Hey, we are back here on the East Daily Download, coming to you from inside of Studio E, which is the home base headquarters of the East Daily Download. We're happy to be here. We had prepared, and we're prepared to be outside the studio today in Washington, but some weather things happened, so that prevented that from happening. So instead, we're focusing on bringing you Washington from inside. It's all good. Here's some fun facts, interesting information about Washington. It is one of 6 towns in Beaufort County, and it's the original Washington. I'm sure a lot of locals already knew this, but it's the first city named after former President George Washington. And it was also, like America, established in 1776. You can go to their website for the city of Washington to get a lot of information, tourist information. It's a great place to go, hang out on the waterfront, a lot of great downtown shops. We really like it, hanging out in Washington. And we promise you we will get there soon and take the show out on location there. So we're looking forward to that. Okay, you know what else we're looking forward to? This next story. Let's check it out.
It's flu-like symptoms, fever, headache, so it's can be non-specific.
Researchers at ECU are now looking at different species of mosquitoes and are testing how effective repellents really are when it comes to killing the insects. Dr. Stephanie Richards is a professor at ECU. She has been leading up research over the past few summers to look into different types of transmission here in eastern North Carolina.
We in North Carolina do have imported Zika cases. That's when people travel somewhere where Zika is being transmitted. In North Carolina, we have West Nile virus that's locally transmitted. We also have Eastern equine encephalitis virus that's locally transmitted, especially in the eastern part of the state.
West Nile virus happens when infected bird populations transmit the virus to mosquitoes. This then moves to humans and makes it more of a threat here in the eastern part of the state. Dr. Richards says there are ways, however, to keep yourself safe from these bugs.
You will not have any mosquitoes if there is no standing water. So standing water areas must be eliminated.
She notes that by wearing repellents, you can keep yourself protected. However, through their studies, she also notes that some of the insecticides used by major corporations may not be totally effective for the mosquitoes found in our area.
They are generally highly resistant to most of the active ingredients that we're testing. So that mosquito is having an issue.
Noting that it all comes down to research and support.
People who are lucky enough to have a mosquito control program in their county or local area, definitely keep in communication with the vector control manager.
kids. Look at this guy talking about cool stuff like thunder, lightning, storms. Isn't he so cool? Well, guess what? This could be you. That's right. You could be on TV with Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson talking about the fascinating world of weather. Awesome, huh? If you want to be a weather kid, tell your parents to send an email to jjackson@WNCT.com, and we'll see you right here on WNCT 9 on your side.
Hey, we are back here on a very special edition of the East Daily Download, coming to you from Studio E, the home base of the show. We again had planned to be out on location in Washington today, but due to some weather-related activities, that did not happen. So we're trying to bring Washington into your living room or onto your tablet or cell phone, however you're watching the show. And speaking of that really quickly, you can watch this show, the East Daily Download, weekdays at noon on Eastern North Carolina CW. That's all good. Or WNCT.com under the download tab, where you can watch any episode of the show, as well as a lot of the stories we do on the show. Some great stuff there. Also, don't forget your phone, get the WNCT mobile app. You download it, it's free. You can get local news and local weather, but also local East Daily Download, and you can watch the show there from wherever you are. Okay, so we've been talking about Washington, North Carolina today, and did you know it's located there on the waterfront? You know, we have a great area on the Pamlico River, and there's a great boating, kayaking, which my wife and I love to do, fishing. It's a great water activity area. Also, the estuarium is there from North Carolina. North Carolina Estuarium is located right there on the boardwalk. It has over 200 historical and scientific exhibits. Check it out. It's a great place to take the family. It's a great learning, it's a great history area. It's really a lot of amazing stuff to do in Washington, so check it out. And let's check out this next story.
Jordan Peele is bringing back the ghost story Candyman.
Candyman ain't a he. Candyman's the whole damn hive.
A new trailer reveals the backstory of the classic Candyman character. The film follows an artist as he learns what really happened to the supernatural killer and begins to incorporate the vengeful spirit into his artwork. Candyman's release date was postponed several times because of the pandemic. It is now scheduled to hit theaters August 27th. 50 years since the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was released, and the stars of the film say the movie is still positively impacting their lives. Peter Ostrom played Charlie.
It's been part of my life now forever. You know, what a great experience. And I like to think that if you could only make one film, this was the film to be in.
The film tells the story of impoverished Charlie Bucket, who wins a golden ticket to tour Wonka's Chocolate Factory. The movie will mark the anniversary with the release of a newly restored 4K version. A prequel, Wonka, starring Timothée Chalamet, is planned for 2023. And Al and Vanessa try to convince Riley he needs to be healthy on the season finale of The United States of Al. The two team up to push Riley to accept the veterans benefits he earned for his military service, so he can embrace the next chapter in his life. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
when I was growing up, I always wanted to be a reporter, but I couldn't even order my own sandwich. So the joke was, Courtney is so shy, and now to see me on an anchor desk is something that my family likes to laugh at. But I've really overcome that. I really would like to be is a mentor for somebody or a role model for somebody in the industry, because when I was first starting out, you're like, what are you doing? I've kind of grown a lot in my years. One of the things that's really important to me is that I'm just out in the community. I want you to say hello, and I want you to get to know me because I want to know you.
Oversharing can be not smart.
Something a wife does that makes her husband hide in the basement.
Cook, Steve.
You said that on TV?
Weeknights at 7:30 on 9 on your side.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, I'm Chris. This is On the Record. Got a little bit of Russian pop for you today. Alexander Malinin. This guy, he's a pop artist. He's Russian. That's about all I can tell because the rest of the album is written in Russian script. So he was very kind and added a couple of special little inserts in this album for us. One of which is him and a dog. Look at that dog. What a good boy or girl. Next picture is the same as the cover, as you see. He's just kind of hanging out in a chair. And the last is probably reminiscent of one of my favorite songs on the album, Nihil Cho, which roughly translates to sadness light. Maybe this candle is his sadness light. His Nihil Cho. I'm sure I'm not saying that correctly. But if you're ever out and see a copy of this record, you should check it out and correct my pronunciation. So, until next time, keep spinning those records.
9 on your side news at 10. That's right, 10. It's the same local news and Storm Team 9 forecast that you love an hour earlier. Imagine all the things you could do with that extra hour. But you'll probably want to do this. So join us an hour earlier for 9 on your side news at 10 on Eastern North Carolina CW, because we could all use a little more.
Well, that's going to wrap up this episode of the East Daily Download, talking about Washington, North Carolina. There's a lot of great stuff in Washington to do whether you're a couple, an individual, or a family. Also, you got these great crabs artwork around the waterfront area that you can see all over the place that are decorated differently. You know, we talked about the estuarium, we talked about the waterfront, a lot of great live entertainment venues, great restaurants like Grub Brothers I always enjoy eating at when I'm in town. Also, there's the Turnage Theater, historic vaudeville and movie theater that was restored years ago. It's a beautiful facility. We'd love one day to actually do the East Daily Download from inside of the Turnage Theater. That would be pretty cool because the history in that building is phenomenal and it's a beautiful facility. So, okay, so there's that. We talked about the entertainment. Bottom line, check out Washington, especially this summer if you have a little bit of time, a weekend, a long weekend. Go and tour Eastern North Carolina near the waterfront. It'll be a great time. You'll be glad you did. And you know what? Maybe the East Daily Download will see you there. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow with more in Studio E, on the road, exploring another location due to weather. So we'll see you on the next edition here of the East Daily Download. Have a great day, everybody.
Tuesday on the East Daily Download, Down Eats is coming your way. And we have an East Daily Download original story. That's Tuesday here on the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.